6 People with Autism versus 1 Fake by Jubilee. And before we start this, no inappropriate jokes shall be made. No disrespectful comments shall be tolerated. Nah, seriously, for real. None of that stuff, alright? And before we even start the video, let's just look it up real quick. Autism. We want a definition. Just to make sure we know what we're talking about, you know? Why does it just give... Okay, there it is. I am not saying that word. Oh my gosh. Condition of variables. I don't want to see... I'm not even going to say anything, bro. You guys can read it yourself. It's up there on the screen. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know how to read. Alright, I think we get it. Let's go into the video.
I can't choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the hardest
even me
thing.
myself, it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly.
Yeah, it would be weird to be like, hey, you don't have autism, you know? Because it's like if they did, it's kind of messed up. It's going to be pretty messed up. One of them does not have autism.
So I think we just talk about our
Diagnosis.
disabilities.
I prefer disorder.
Disorder, yeah.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed in middle school, and then I transitioned to a school for people on the spectrum. Once I graduated middle school and went to that school, I kind of really enjoyed where I was at and everything. This is really hard because there's like so many eyes on me already. It's just taken a while to accept that I have a disorder. There's people who I've met myself who say you have autism. My family would be like, did you tell him you have did you tell him you have a disability? No, I don't think I need to. But
Yeah, it's not something you share.
it really does help to know that I
Like
do
all
have
the time.
autism.
They first suspected me of being autistic when I was 5, but they hesitated to diagnose me because I was too intelligent.
I mean, that's a compliment right there, being too intelligent.
Yeah.
I feel like in some ways it's a little bit of an insult.
I was diagnosed at the age of 2. I don't see it as a disorder or a disability because I don't see my autism as something that's negatively affected my life because I like who I am, I like the way I think, and I don't want to change a single thing about myself.
Honestly, being here is we have to... Oh, go ahead, Amanda. Sorry, I've spoken so much.
I personally see autism as a disability. I have a master's in disability studies. The medical model of disability inherently says that autism or any other disability is within our own fault and that we are the cause of the disability. But the social model of disability says that society is the cause of the disability. So autism is a disability because society is not made for me. That
Hey, there you
disability
go.
comes from without, not within. I grew
We
up
didn't even need to look up
autistic
the
and deaf,
definition.
and I grew up feeling like I was such an outcast and you know, and I was the odd one out. Oh hey, I just used the
Hey,
name
yeah,
of the
that is the name. Good job,
fun.
Amanda.
I was diagnosed when I was 4 years old, and it's you know, it's always been a difficult process for me. You know, like basically growing up, you know, going to school and everything. You know, notice that people don't perceive me as this normal guy. So I figure if I'm going to be this autistic person, you know, like might as well be the best autistic person that I can be. You know, I always
Preach!
yeah. I mean, I always try my best to excel in school. You know, I always tend to be like one of the smartest kid in school. You know that's a whole stereotype.
I would consider myself a late bloomer. I was diagnosed at the age of 22. I went most of my life always knowing that there was
Gee, you only look
something
like 23.
different about me, but I couldn't put my finger on it. The reason why I only got diagnosed this year was because I recently moved to a large
So you are
metropolitan
22.
area that has many resources, and so that was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life because I have access to therapy, and I was finally able to get an answer that I was always looking for. I really, really struggled to fit in. I really struggled to be able to come up with the right words to get other kids to want to talk to me. And so I stood out pretty badly, and that continued throughout my entire time in grade school. I remember first feeling what depression was when I was around 6.
So when I was in university, they make us do these psychological studies because I was studying psychology, and they have different things you can apply for. And I noticed one of them was they were studying autism in women. specifically like people who are older. So I applied, and that was how I got my diagnosis, which was like I was 21 then. My wife and like one of my friends are actually the only people that know I've been diagnosed. So surprise family or friends, anyone who's watching. It was like an eye
Jeez, just
opener. It
go
was
on
kind of
the internet and
bittersweet
tell
because it
that
was
now.
like I'm happy now. I have answers to all things that were going on before that I thought there was might have been something wrong with me.
There is nothing wrong with you, okay? You're amazing.
I
Thank
agree
you.
with that.
I agree. I agree now.
Should I go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with when I was a child, but I didn't know I was autistic because, I mean, as a 2, 3, 4 year old, I mean, I don't know how one even knows what's supposed to be up with them. So
Yeah.
it's definitely hard to, like, to speak in a group situation because I can never tell the rules of like how to, like when to talk and when to speak up. It's kind of like just jumping in like right when you're kind of feeling like it. Plus, I've also blocked a lot of my childhood memories from trauma. And so I lived my whole life just wondering why I couldn't connect to people.
I know one thing that's weird about autism is that one of your good friends that you sit with at lunch every day could be autistic. Like seriously, they could be diagnosed with autism. It's crazy. It's something that I just learned the other day. Like, I mean, not the other day, like last year or something like that. Like, almost anybody around you could be autistic, and you wouldn't know because they don't even know yet, or they don't need to be in like a special class or special school or anything like that. It's just how autism works, you know.
Understand
each other.
Yeah. Can I ask you
Yeah.
guys a questions about like what are stimulants like? Do you guys like chew gum, or do you guys like have anything that you guys do specifically to like keep you guys calm or keep you guys? Go ahead,
The
Amanda.
color pink.
The color pink.
Nice.
Okay.
It's
You're
my
very pink right
favorite
there.
color in the whole world. My whole room is pink. At home, my bed is pink, my bedspread is pink, and my pillows are pink, and my rug is pink, and my carpet is pink. I even have a framed pink picture of mine, and most of my clothes are pink. I love pink. It's the best color in the whole world.
Okay. Okay. I've never heard.
I love
color.
blue too.
I like blue too, but pink is better.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's subjective.
How do you guys feel about that term high
It was
function?
like, hey, I like blue. Nah, pink's better. Get the heck out of here.
I don't like that
I
term
didn't
at
really
all.
think.
Ooh, high functioning autism refers to individuals with minimal support needs, not a diagnosis or official medical term, and is not found in DSM-5, ABA Centers of America. Hey, I read that pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. You're welcome.
Think about it too much.
I don't think I think about it either.
Autism is too much of a spectrum. So many people with autism have so many different experiences.
I can't choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be
like
the hardest
even me
thing.
myself, like it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Oh my god, they
honestly
were like,
weird.
try to find the mole. We're like, maybe there's none.
There's no mole. Just go.
Even the person who's neurotypical might just be an undiagnosed autistic.
Yeah.
You never know that. You never know about that.
I mean, like, damn, all this relates. Wait a second. Huh.
The mole might not be neurotypical. Just because someone doesn't have autism doesn't mean the mole could have like ADHD or OCD
Actual
and
anxiety.
could be overlapping the symptoms that could be associated with autism as well.
My kid has a genetic condition that is not autism, but does manifest behaviorally and neurologically in many ways that are similar to autism. So when people interact with my kid, they often see an autistic child, but my kid isn't autistic.
Does autism run in any of your guys' family?
I realized I was autistic because my half brother, he's 5 years old. Well, I guess he's 7 now. Whoops, I don't know his age. But like, I see him. I'm like, wasn't I like that when I was a kid? My mom was like, yeah, because we thought you're autistic too. I was like, what?
And I just found out that my youngest nephew was just recently diagnosed with autism as well. So, but luckily he had an uncle who already experienced everything that he's going to experience, and I
Yeah.
can be
That's definitely
and
gonna help
I
him
can be
a
a
lot in
mentor
his life.
towards him.
Yeah, my dad is an undiagnosed autistic. Sorry, Dad.
Go ahead.
Do you ever like wake up and feel like you're not autistic and like, or like you have a disability? You're like, this is just me. Like,
Yes.
I would feel that way.
It's called masking.
I think I could be
Masking.
seen as
Suppressing certain behaviors we find something soothing, but that others think are weird, such as stimming or intense interest. I am sorry for my reading. It's like it's on and off, bro. It's on and off. I'm either reading clear or I'm not. It's simple as that.
neurotypical passing sometimes because I try to hide as much symptoms as possible because I was trained to do so at a very early age.
People that don't have experience with others who have autism, they expect it to stand out, and that's not always the case. You know, I mean, we all look like humans.
I think you can blame that partly on the media, how they portray us.
We don't really have good representation of us.
No, we don't.
I just thought this is gonna be terrible to try to guess. 'Cause, like the other guy said, I'm not trying to say, oh, this person is definitely not autistic. This person's not. I don't even know if I should guess on this video. I don't know. I don't think I should guess because it feels like it would be disrespectful to guess certain people. So it's basically saying like, yep, I know that person's for sure autistic. You know what I'm saying? It just feels weird. So I'm probably not gonna guess. And if I do, it's gonna be a widespread of people, like probably like 4 out of the 6.
What that movie with Dustin Hoffman now, Rain Man, yeah, where you being on the spectrum automatically mean you're good at gambling. I wish I was good at gambling or something.
None of them have the same experiences that I do. So there's no way to have pinpointed, oh, this person is more quiet, this person is more socially awkward. There's no way to tell who was autistic or not.
On the count.
Alright, the reveal. Like I said, I don't want to be like this person for sure. But hold up, let me try to go back a second. The reveal. Okay. Like I said, it's gonna be a widespread of people. I'm going to choose either the dude in the brown shirt with the ginger hair, the girl with the glasses, or Chai, the guy with the long hair. Ah, this is hard. Actually, you know what? I'm going for one solid answer. The guy with the blue jean shirt and the blue jeans. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
On
gonna say.
the count of 3, will the mole please raise their hand? 1, 2, 3.
Dang it.
Oh!
Ah, I literally looked at her and I was like, maybe, but like I said, I was picking a widespread of people, and at the end I just wanted to choose one, so it's whatever.
I totally didn't see that coming.
I was
Yeah.
shook.
I was like, no, it cannot be her. It can't be her.
I never would have guessed.
I actually didn't lie about anything. I just flipped out autism with FASD, and it stands for fetal alcohol spectrum disorder.
A group of conditions that occur in a person who is exposed to alcohol before birth. Hey, I told you the reading just comes on and off, bro. And that was a perfect time.
I
Alright.
was exposed to alcohol when I was inside my mom in the womb for the first 5 months. And you can kind of think of FASD as a spectrum just like ASD.
Even though she might not have been autistic, there are a lot of overlaps between autism and many other neurological disabilities.
FASD is never,
Yeah,
never.
to be honest, this was kind of like, it's gonna be super hard for anybody to guess if they watch, because it's like, usually every time they do these types of videos, like 6 people with a golden medal or whatever, usually everybody in this lineup has experienced almost the same thing. The only difference is that technically she's not this, or technically she hasn't got that, technically he hasn't done this, So either way, it was gonna be a super hard guess anyways.
We talked about, I've never met a single person who shares that diagnosis with me.
What differences do you see between people with autism versus?
I actually see a ton of similarities. And I wouldn't want to, discredit anybody else's experience, but autism does run in my family very heavily. My dad has autism, I have a sister that has autism, and I have quite a few cousins who have autism. And I also have quite a few friends who have autism.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're not your first.
The autism community accepts you.
I love you guys.
Getting a diagnosis can be a whirlwind of emotions. As long as you stay true to yourself, I promise you everything's gonna end up okay.
We are more than the label that defines us. At each label we have is a whole spectrum.
Jeez, I just realized that was like the first time I've ever watched all the way to the end. Okay, I'll let it finish.
A diagnosis does not define somebody. Everybody is completely unique, whether you're neurotypical or neurodivergent.
Hey, we were close. We were like one person off. Well,
Imagine what would happen.
oh
if
my
every person
gosh,
in the
no.
United
I
States
paused you.
suddenly
Stop.
visited your website.
Stop. Okay. Bye.